Stop! Before you buy your next lottery ticket, there's something I need to tell you. Something that could completely change your life. Back in 925, a New York artist made a strange discovery. 4 simple words. Just 4. She claimed they had the power to align the entire universe in your favor. Here's the wild part. She never published this method in any of her famous books. She only shared it with a small, trusted circle of students. For nearly 100 years, this secret has been quietly passed down, hidden in plain sight. But what's even more unbelievable, I found real, documented cases of people who used these exact 4 words and experienced what can only be described as miraculous financial breakthroughs. One woman went from bankruptcy to 6 figures in just 3 months. Another man won 3 separate lottery drawings in a single year. And here's the craziest part. They all used the same 4 words, in the exact same sequence, at the exact same moment. Now, you're about to discover what took me months of research to uncover. I can almost guarantee you've never heard this anywhere else. Let us rewind to where it all began. We start with Florence Scovel Shinn, a pioneering author from the 1920s. She discovered what she called divine alignment, a mindset technique that, according to thousands, has completely transformed their relationship with money, abundance, and opportunity. Before we go any deeper, let me make one thing clear. This isn't about promising you a lottery win. This is about understanding the deeper psychology and even spirituality behind intentional living. So, grab a notebook. What we're about to explore might shift the way you see money, power, and possibility forever. Picture this. New York City, 1925. The air is alive with jazz. The streets hum with ambition. And in a small Upper East Side apartment, Florence is about to make a discovery that will challenge everything we know about manifestation. Now, Florence wasn't a mystic in a cave. She was a practical woman, a successful artist and illustrator who worked for elite publications like Harper's. But what made her different was her obsession with one question. Why do some people attract wealth effortlessly, while others struggle their entire lives? She called them the invisible forces, subtle, unseen energies that are always working either for you or against you. Florence realized there is a specific moment, a window of opportunity, when the universe becomes wide open and ready to receive new instructions about your financial reality. Imagine your mind as a radio. Most of the time, it's full of static, worry, doubt, fear. But Florence discovered how to tune into what she called the divine frequency, a mental state where your thoughts and words have maximum creative power. She found that this moment happens right before you take any action related to money. That's the key. Right before you spend, invest, save, or give, there's a short, powerful window where your energy can shape the outcome. Florence documented everything. Every story, every failure, every breakthrough. What she uncovered was nothing short of revolutionary. This wasn't about positive thinking or wishful hoping. It was about speaking a specific sequence of words, a sequence she believed could activate what she called divine alignment, a powerful state where your consciousness perfectly matches the frequency of abundance. Now, here's what most people know about Florence. She published several famous books, many of which are still widely read today. But what few realize is that Florence also held private sessions with a small group of carefully selected students. These weren't just spiritual gatherings. They were deep, focused workshops where she revealed her most powerful and advanced techniques, methods she felt were too potent to be shared with the general public. Why all the secrecy? Because Florence understood something very real about human nature. When something this powerful is made public, most people do one of two things. They either use it carelessly and see no results, or they misuse it entirely. In her private sessions, Florence introduced what she called surgical manifestation techniques, methods designed for specific outcomes, financial windfalls, business breakthroughs, and yes, even lottery wins. Her students began reporting incredible results. One received an unexpected inheritance just days after applying her method. Some even won large sums in games of chance. But here's the key. Florence didn't teach these methods to just anyone. She was selective, extremely selective. She only shared them with students who demonstrated what she called spiritual maturity. These were people who understood the truth, that her methods were not party tricks or loopholes in the universe, but sacred tools meant to align a person with their highest good, not just their biggest desire. One of Florence's most devoted students, a woman named Margaret, kept detailed journals of those private teachings. Tucked away in those journals, which I gained access to through a rare manuscript collector, was the original 4-word formula Florence specifically taught for what she called instant abundance activation. After months of research, digging through cross-referenced student notes and old testimonials, I can now reveal those 4 words. Divine, right. Now, thanks. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "That's it?" let me walk you through the powerful psychology and spiritual coding behind each word. Florence didn't choose them randomly. She selected them with scientific precision. Let's break them down. Divine. This isn't just a religious word. Florence used divine to shift your consciousness instantly from a limited human perspective to what she called the infinite viewpoint. When you say divine, you're no longer speaking as someone trapped by fear, scarcity, or past failures. You're calling upon your higher self, your limitless potential. It's a reset button for your identity. You're not just a person asking for money. You're the vessel through which abundance flows. From a neuroscience perspective, the word divine does something remarkable. It activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for expanded awareness, creative problem solving, and possibility thinking. Florence believed most financial struggles don't come from bad luck or poor timing. They come from thinking too small, from operating entirely within the ego's limited point of view, instead of connecting to the vast creative intelligence of the universe. Right, this word is absolutely essential. And here's why. Most people approach money from a deep, often hidden place of unworthiness. They don't feel entitled to success. They cross their fingers and whisper hopeful prayers. Maybe if I work hard enough, maybe one day, maybe I shall get lucky. They move through life waiting for permission, as if wealth is some exclusive invitation that only a select few receive. But Florence saw something different. Doubt doesn't just delay abundance, it actually repels it. When you move through life as if you're not worthy of receiving, you unconsciously sabotage the very opportunities that are trying to reach you. You shrink, you delay, you overthink. That's why the word right is so powerful. It's not just a word, it's a declaration, a shift in posture. When you say right, you're not asking anymore. You're not hoping. You're not negotiating with the universe like a beggar waiting for crumbs. You're saying, this isn't a fluke. This isn't a fantasy. I have a right to live a prosperous, abundant, supported life. I have a right to be here, to be seen, to succeed. I don't have to earn it with pain. I don't have to prove it through struggle. It is mine because I am aligned with it. It's the moment when you stop wishing for abundance and begin to embody it. Psychologists today call this a deserving mindset, a deep neurological shift where your brain and body stop identifying with lack and start identifying with natural belonging. Because that's what abundance truly is, a natural expression of who you are when you stop standing in your own way. So when you speak the word right, feel it land in your body like a root. And in that moment, you are prosperity claiming its place without apology. This word activates what modern psychology calls deserving consciousness, the deep embodied knowing that you are worthy of wealth, joy, and success. Now, this might be the most powerful word in the entire sequence. Florence understood something that quantum physics is only beginning to confirm. When you say now, you collapse the illusion that your desires live somewhere off in the future. You're not pushing your blessings away with phrases like someday or I hope. You're pulling them into this moment, right here, right now. Neurologically, this word activates your brain's pattern recognition system, helping you notice opportunities, signs, and synchronicities that were always there, but hidden beneath distraction or doubt. Thanks. This final word completes what Florence called the manifestation circuit. But this isn't just gratitude for what you hope might happen. It's a powerful acknowledgement of what is already in motion, even if you can't yet see it. When you say thanks, you're speaking from a psychological standpoint that changes your entire brain chemistry. Gratitude floods the system with dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that enhance creativity, calm intuition, and improve decision-making. Florence's exact protocol for instant abundance alignment. Step 1. Pause with intention before making any financial decision. Whether you're paying a bill, investing in a dream, receiving money, or even buying something simple, stop for a moment. Interrupt your autopilot. Become conscious. Step 2. Breathe in abundance. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. And as you do, visualize a golden light filling your chest, then your belly. With each breath, feel this light expanding, washing over your nervous system, soothing tension, softening fear, and reconnecting you with your natural state of receiving. Step 3. Speak the 4 words mentally or out loud. Divine, right, now, thanks. Say them with presence. Say them with meaning. Say them with the knowing that these words are not just affirmations, they are commands, instructions to the invisible forces already moving on your behalf. Divine expands your awareness into higher intelligence. Now collapses time and brings your desire into the present moment. Thanks seals it all with gratitude for what's already in motion. Step 4. Feel, not just mentally, but emotionally. Let yourself feel as though your highest good is not far away. It's already happening. Let that certainty melt into your body. This isn't fake positivity. This is faith embodied. Step 5. Take action, but not from fear. Don't act out of panic. Don't act from desperation. Wait until your breath is calm, your heart rate slows, your energy feels grounded, and your mind is clear. Then move. Spend, save, speak, send, decide. Whatever you do it with the posture of someone who knows they are supported, someone who trusts that their inner world shapes their outer results. This simple practice, done consistently, deliberately, and sincerely, can shift the entire trajectory of your relationship with money. Because this isn't just about wealth. It's about alignment. It's about showing the universe that you're no longer waiting to feel safe. You've chosen to feel safe. You're no longer begging for support. You're embodying it. You're no longer asking if abundance is possible. You're remembering that it always was. Not just spiritually, but scientifically. Psychologists call it priming. When you go through this short ritual, you're literally preparing your subconscious mind to notice new opportunities and possibilities. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system, RAS. It acts like a mental filter, deciding what information reaches your awareness. Suddenly, ideas, people, and doors appear where before there were only walls. This technique also activates a phenomenon called embodied cognition. You're not just thinking about prosperity. You're feeling it in your body. You're breathing differently, moving differently. Your nervous system begins to believe you're already living in an abundant reality, and your posture, decisions, and energy shift to match. The final element is assumed success. When you say thanks before anything has shown up, you're creating a mental rehearsal, a psychological model of success that your body and mind begin to follow. This isn't fantasy or fake positivity. Athletes, performers, and top executives have used this exact strategy for decades to train their brains to expect and create results. But here's what Florence knew, and what most people today still miss. This method doesn't make you lucky. It makes you ready. Ready to notice what has been there all along. Ready to act when the right moment appears. Ready to step into alignment with the version of you that already exists. Subscribe Buddha's Pathways for more videos like this.